Oh, hi, friends. This is Jim Wortham. We're talking about uh, taking care of people that are elderlies, older than us. I just got finished talking to several that aren't related to me, but I have accepted them as my personal friends. And let me get this looking like I'm real cool. You like that? Okay. Um, I want you to listen to what I may share that helps you. Be an advocate. When I mean an advocate, I mean visit as often as you can, and and take a pad with you, pad of paper. Write down everything that your person can recall, whether it's a mother, father, friend, whoever. Um, Keep a record of it. Second of all, if it, if the medication is not being given as properly, bring that to the attention of the RN nurse. The, they're supposed to have RN nurses. I know some only have LPNs, and that's fine. LPNs can be as good as RPNs, or it can be as good as nurse practitioners, because it's your soul, it's your love. It's not your degree. If you're a LPN or even an assistant nurse practitioner or a RN or a nurse practitioner, they're, we're all the same people. We're all the same people. It's not that we're that much better than each other because we've got a degree. I know the degree, yes, gives you information, but that doesn't make you more compassionate. It does not make you more caring. It doesn't make you faster to get the drugs to them. It doesn't even make you give the right drugs to them, and it may not even get the drugs to you if they're addicted. Now look, I am a person that's been in this field for so many years. Okay, I'll spill my guts. I'm 76. I've worked I've worked with all the nursing homes here in town. I know people that stolen medication, substituted medication. I'm talking about stolen medication that was opiates, or opiates being narcotics, um, or benzodiazepine, which would be Valium, uh, Xanax, and Klonopin for the major ones. I know these because they told me when they got caught. They had to come to see me because this is my field. My field. I don't want to go into that, but I've been trained in psychology, social work, um, alcohol and drug treatment. addictions. And this is glued into my brain. I know by looking at a person, I can look at their eyes and see if they're addicted. I can see them rubbing their legs and tell what drug they're on. I can look at their teeth and tell if they're on methamphetamine. So I'm telling you this. You be their person. You be the kind person that reaches out and say, let's take a look at what pills they're supposed to have today and what pills they got so far, and if they're going to get the other pills today. And then you may have, I heard this today. I really did, just an hour ago. Well, I hate to tell you this, Jim, but your clients, nursing home clients, doctor isn't on our registry list to take orders. Okay. Well, why don't you contact the hospital and get their orders and what they were told by the same doctor. They were told by the same doctor that you're saying you can't accept. And that hospital would tell you what prescriptions to give this lady. You have to know what to word it, how to word it, and not move. Don't move. And listen to what they say. Well, the hospital sent us this list. Well, that list happens to be what they're supposed to get. It doesn't have to be okayed by their current doctor. That list was given by the doctor at the hospital. I mean, when I say you have to hang in there, I'm talking about you have to hang in there. Let me tell you one thing, and remember this, always remember this. No matter if you work at a place like I did once for a truck plant in Louisville, whether you worked in the school system as I did, I did not do this in the mental health facilities I've worked at. But remember this, what you're seeing when treatment isn't given right is these words. Remember them, write them down. It is easier to do nothing than to do something. Okay, I'm going to say it 2 more times so you can write it down. It's easier to do nothing than to do something. I've seen it. I see it. I'll say it again. It is easier to do nothing than to do something. Think about that, and you realize why so many things don't get done. Now, getting back to the nursing home, yeah, I'm going to go to one tomorrow, give her a free wheelchair. I just happened to have bought one on Amazon, and the person couldn't use it, and I kept it. And I help people get out of nursing homes where they were abused. Did you catch that? I help people get out of nursing homes where there was only one nurse on 2 floors. No other staff except maybe one that would come in and help the person in any way she was capable of doing it. Let me say it again. One nurse, RN, and it was a male, and I liked him, and we talked. He said, I have this floor, and I have the 2nd floor. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'll never refer anyone to that hospital, and I never have. Okay, bottom line, you know what I just said to be true, that if the person doesn't have a friend that comes and sees them, a relative, a advocate of any kind, like me, a friend, if they don't have a person coming in regularly, and that might be every day, there's no pressure. You hear that word? There's no pressure for anything to be done. In other words, it's easier to do nothing than to do something. If there's nobody pushing to get something done for your person, it's easier for them to not come to the room. It's easier for them not to give them a bath. It's easier for them not to feed them food if they need it, because they can't pick up the spoon and put it in their mouth. Now, this is true. I've seen it over and over again. I hope this helps you. I know a lot of people don't like my videos. I got one the other day saying I was too violent. Do you think I'm too violent? If you'll do one thing for me, tell me if what I say is too violent. Because this person did say that. They didn't necessarily say too violent. They may have said another word instead of violent, but they were responding to a YouTube that I did about, and I had a violent illness in the title. I have never had anyone say anything bad about me. I've never never, never had anyone say anything bad about me. But you got to realize I don't have any subscribers either. Maybe 530, about 540. I don't know. I don't know why people don't like to hear me. I really don't. Because what I'm saying, it's what I'm feeling. It's what I'm seeing. It's what I think you ought to hear. And for that, I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you because you stayed with me this long. And also, if you've seen me before, I want to thank you for being loyal. And I want you to feel that what I say is from my heart. If you want to subscribe, I'm not pushing for subscribers because I know most people aren't liking what I say. I have very few subscribers. I know very few like it because I have very few likes. But I've been told before I shut this thing down, I did almost shut it down. This was about a month ago. I said I'm shutting it down. And on that particular day, I told them I was shutting it down for the reasons we're talking about. That particular day, I got more response than any other day I've had. So I said, okay, I'll keep it on. I'll keep it on. If one person told me this, they said, if you, and two people told me this, if two people get help by you, stay on. Stay on. If you're helping even one person, stay on. Keep doing your videos. Now, in ending, I want to say this. I'm not asking for anyone to respond, but you know what I've been talking about, and you know if you want me to stay on, and you know if I've helped you. And even though in the past I've not responded to everybody because of the number of videos I put on, I will respond to you on this video. So thank you for listening. I want to send God's blessings to all of you. And I send prayers to you and your loved ones. God bless you. God bless you real well.